Welcome to Fast Effect Double Speed Magic the Gathering from ELD's Time Ball Games. Here we have John on a Jeskai control list versus Brian on Beans. Teamer Beans going to look to abuse the new card up the Beanstalk. Jeskai has picked up a ton of new printings. Comet, Fourth Aerolingus. It's really kind of got supercharged win conditions in a deck that previously had some pretty trash win conditions, so major upgrade. We'll see if it's good enough to hang. It's even newer upgrade. Basic lands so far. Kind of hints at the potential of Blood Moon and back to basics somewhere in the 75. We have a Narset, denied by Daze. Able to hard cast it. Playing against the control list, you don't expect the Daze back. Typically looking to make a land drop every single turn. Base land actually hitting the Volcanic as well. Mystic Plane's not going to help out that Mystic Sanctuary in hand. Their duel, and what do we got here for 3 mana? A Hooting Mandrills. Swords to Plowshares clears that ape. Two basic planes. How good those actually are. Type of lists. Haven't played a hard control list in quite some time. Not in Legacy, at least. Need to make land drops, as you do. See what he's got. Cracking his fetch land. Being 1 mana open, 4th. Oh, this is allowed. This could be a big problem. Either of these 2/2 Knights with haste connect. Will become Monarch. We've got a force back. There we go. Monarch is on the board. If he's able to hold on to it, the game could be over pretty quickly. But Brian's got a draw engine of his own here. Up the Beanstalk. Could end up with 2 draw engines. If he 6 a body and connects to John, he'll steal that Monarch back. Game is on a knife's edge. Had gone well up until that up the Beanstalk resolved. Another Hooting Mandrills, and that's going to be tough to actually stop from connecting. So ETBs draws a card. Got the swords before the untap even, risking getting dazed. And just all of the removal. Wow, Prismatic Ending clearing the up the Beanstalk as well. Continuing to push damage in. Of course, Swords to Plowshares. A little inefficient in terms of the life gain. You're swinging for 4 while allowing them to gain 4. Minor criticism there. What we got? 4th yet again. A lot of damage. How's he gonna get out of this situation? Facing down just so much. EV's down to 8. It's the Monarch back. Dragon Rage Channeler, that can block 1. Beanstalk and a Dragon Rage, that can help fill the graveyard while setting up card selection. Potentially get a body or two in the way would make this interesting. Does have the Monarch, so John is certainly incentivized to swing back, even if he loses a body or two. Now 2 Beanstalks on board. Does need an additional piece of removal. Something. Okay, so he's looking to hold on here. Dragon Rage Channeler. Block 1 of these, putting him down to just 2 life. Not be able to block next turn in all likelihood. Oh no. Comet Stellar Pup. Bunch of triggers. From Force of Will. Or, yeah, must have been Force of Will. Comet probably wins the game on the spot there. Is up to the die roll, but all of those modes pretty strong. Was denied. Brian's got a pair of stocks here. Another blocker. Okay. Murktide can join. Fun. He's potentially stabilizes here. Though shrinks the Dragon Rage. He may need to get all the instants out of the graveyard and then play an instant. Brazen Borrower does need to swing here. It's not going to be able to block anything anyways. Dragon Rage did not attack, so right now I guess they're just 1/1s. A second land for turn? Let me know if that was a second land for turn. Played a very quick turn, that is possible. All the mana. Days Undoing. Boy, I don't love that. Both players getting a fresh grip of 7. I gotta feel like this is gonna favor Brian. John was in a terrible spot, as it were. Was. Alright, 7 new ones, ending his turn. Got tanking. This is a double speed. Force of Will, Hardcast, Forcing Back, Drawing 2, Drawing 2, then Drawing 2. Got a Spell Pierce. That gets Dazed, and that's a wrap. Yeah, that was like a Hail Mary Daze Undoing. Really, you need to be using that card with Narset or Teferi. Was just too bad of a spot there. Pair of Beanstalks on the board. And into that last game, almost a little paralyzing, having so many options, 7 new cards, all of them drawing more cards. I mean, took a little bit to work through, but we are moving on to the second. On a mull, easy to recover thanks to Up the Beanstalk. Try and skip over this. All right, here we go. We got a card bottomed, and we are off to the races. Orion revealed. Cycling. This is great mana fixing for the slower decks that can afford to pay 1 mana. Get a sorcery into their graveyard. Potentially having a sick top deck later on. Just paying 5 mana to draw 3. Drawn out. Grindy game is unbelievable. I mean, even getting it back off of Mystic Sanctuary is actually game breaking. This does an awful lot, including, of course, pitching to Force of Will and Force of Negation. Not going to have a ton of targets. And Up the Beanstalk, here we go. Scry, he's got the card draw. Engine assembled. On can do to reply to this. A Blood Moon would be absolutely brutal right now. Prismatic Ending. Taking out Dragon Rage Channeler. Stock might have been the more dangerous threat. We'll see. Mandrels. Already replacing itself. All sorts of basics here. Old Breacher. Oh no. Needed to do that in response to the draw trigger. I think the card was already drawn. Yeah. Maybe that was on his main phase? Let me know in the comments there. That looked like it was actually in response. All right. Comet. Different art. It shows up. We've got an activation. And that was actually not what he wanted. I think that just got a prismatic ending back. Ooh. Talk about a Planeswalker. Minskin Boo now. Comet onto an empty board is very often game over. Already got some specific threats that need answering. Minskin Boo. Making just big, hasty hamster. Ruination. Throwing in the towel, I guess. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, no Tabernacle to follow that up. All right, so that's a wrap. Ruination just thrown out for kicks at the end. Yeah, that's kind of a win more card. Like you have to be already stabilized versus a deck like Team or Beans. I don't know that that's the type of card I want to be playing. Let me know what you think about that type of sideboard tech. Comments.